I was doing real good.
Slammer is
and I
next.
just got into a deal where I just started going and eating.
Slammer is next.
Like late with cereal.
Okay.
And it just caught up with me again.
Yeah. Okay. So
Slammer, are you there?
it's a little bit low. It's 13.2. Looks like your iron might be low. What color is your bowel movement?
Normal.
What's normal?
Brown.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nothing
I think we've unfortunately tuned into a colonoscopy live on the air there. We'll take a short break here.
Oh, my God.
Let me tell you, you get all kinds on the Paul Feinbaum
Oh, my
show.
God. I go on the Feinbaum show. I didn't know you were supposed to do that.
Yes. You know where my mind goes? What is going to be the sponsor of the Paul Feinbaum?
Well, we had to pick.
Yeah, I was going to say, we got one.
Neat.
We got one
There are
right to
some
the rock.
pharmaceutical companies racing for that sponsorship.
Holy moly.
I see a Cologuard is like, yo, can we?
Oh, my
Neat.
goodness.
What are your thoughts, man?
I mean, I know Paul specializes in college football, and I guess the offseason's the offseason, baby. You got to fill up these hours with something.
You're right. Listen, we are less than 2 weeks away from the NFL draft, so it's time for some burning questions. Neat. Should teams play Travis Hunter at receiver or at corner?
Go to corner. I think we've come to a point in the league that the receiver position is so incredibly valuable.
Quarterback to be taken in that first round. Should Jalen Milroe be one of those taken in the first round?
No, Brian. There's a lot of things he does well, like running the ball. What we're seeing here, he had 33 rushing touchdowns. He did not have a good week at the Senior Bowl, and in fairness, that's a small part of the equation. But his completion percentage drops down to 39% when the ball travels 20 yards or more down the field. I think he's a good developmental prospect, but not a first rounder.
Okay, one of those quarterbacks that will be taken in the first round, Cam Ward. What kind of player can Cam Ward become?
He can become Patrick Mahomes. I feel very strongly about
Objection.
this. My esteemed colleague Louis Riddick made the comparison, and I can't believe more people aren't making it, frankly. Look at this play to Riley Williams. He gets knocked down. Riley Williams is on the ground. Oh, he escapes out of it. That looks like Mahomes to me. That sort of innovation, improvisation. He's Superman and he's Clark Kent whenever he needs to be. Watch this. 3-man rush against Louisville, biding his time. Okay. Oh, wait, there's somebody open. Bang, back to the end zone. That's Mahomes to me. How about this? He's pointing to the 12th man on the field against Cal to make sure that the ref throws the flag, and then he hits a true freshman on one of the biggest drives of the season. He knows where everybody is on the field at all times. As a prospect, he is the closest thing to Patrick Mahomes since Patrick Mahomes.
Nick, I see you. I see the face. What do you think?
He tried to slip in that as a prospect line. First of all, I'm proud of Kevin. This man has learned how to do TV with the best of them. Bring up Patrick Mahomes' name if you can at any point in the proceedings. Like, the problem with making the Patrick Mahomes comparison is, you know what that conjures in our minds. I know Patrick Mahomes as a prospect wasn't a #1 overall pick. However, when you start saying that name, we have expectations of being one of the greatest quarterbacks we've ever seen. And the improv stuff is awesome. Cam Ward does do that, but there are a lot of quarterbacks that did improv in college, and there's a thin line, I think, between Patrick Mahomes and like Will Levis, who also does some improv stuff that doesn't turn out quite as well. So I think assuming that it's all going to translate for every single player is wild, but being able to somehow crowbar Patrick Mahomes in the proceedings, I have to salute you, sir. So proud, so impressed.
What do you think about the comparison?
I think we know why Kevin likes golf so much. He's playing a lot more golf in the simulator than he is watching film. Look, I love Kevin. I think Cam Ward's going to be really good. But to say he's Patrick Mahomes, who may go down arguably as one of the 2 or 3 best quarterbacks of all time, that is more than a heavy lift.
The league had John Ross ahead of Patrick Mahomes and Corey Davis and Solomon Thomas. The league did not see Patrick Mahomes coming. You have to do some projection here, and what I've seen on a per-snap basis is someone who plays the very same way, who all of his flaws are through, understanding the defense's limitations, trying to play hero ball. He has Mahomes' flaws, and he has Mahomes' flash. And I think that's important in context.
Right. When he's a Titan, though, and Brian Callahan wants him to paint by the numbers and stay within, he'll be successful just doing that. He doesn't have to be Superman. In fact, that was really one of the problems with Will Levis. Will Levis was trying to force some of the things that you just shown. And I think one of the things that I love about Cam Ward is he has great fundamentals, but his ceiling is really good. Is he an all-time great? My gosh, that's a heavy
The
lift.
difference is Ward will try to do the stuff Levis did last year, but he'll be good at it. He won't be the worst quarterback in the league at it. Levis was doing crazy stuff. Ward will actually score touchdowns in those spots.
I see you, Nick. Go ahead.
I mean, I think that Kevin's in a great position because if he doesn't turn out to be Patrick Mahomes next year, he's going to say, well, Patrick Mahomes came into a 13-3 team with Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce. And then he's going to say that it's all everyone else's fault and he was right all along. So I think it's a smart move that he's doing. I know that we're supposed to be evaluating Cam Ward, but I'm evaluating Kevin right now. And he is, man, you are turning into a hell of a TV gas bag, man. Magnificent.
Does he have to disclose like where he went to school and all?
I'm an unbiased University of Miami graduate. It's entirely fine.
Now the truth comes out.
Listen, no one hates watching Miami more than me over the past 2 decades, okay? I'm not a homer.
I love it. But when I watch him, I think maybe he can do what Steve McNair did when he first came to the Titans. That's more of what I see with Cam Ward.
He has that ability. Again, he's just not as thick. Like Steve McNair was a big, rugged guy. Cam Ward's not as big. Now, Cam Ward is a good-sized NFL quarterback. To me, he looks a little bit like Jalen Hurts, and he'll get bigger and stronger. And I think one of the places he has Hall of Fame type ability is his character and work ethic in terms of where he started to where he is today.
Well, listen, the organization needs some punch. They've been irrelevant for the past few years. All right, coming up, how about Ant-Man? Big.
Chào tất cả mọi người đã quay trở lại với kênh của mình này. Ngày hôm nay mình sẽ tiếp tục hướng dẫn các bạn làm vòng. Vòng hôm nay của mình sẽ có tiêu đề là con báo. Và ngày hôm nay vòng của mình sẽ có tiêu đề là sư tử. Bây giờ mình bắt đầu làm nhé. Với đây màu vàng này, màu xanh. Mình ra ba màu này. Giờ màu trắng